Hello everyone. Today we'll start with photoelectric effect and dual behavior of electromagnetic radiation. Till now we have discussed what are electromagnetic radiation, their properties and few experiments that the wave character of electromagnetic radiation did not explain like blackbody radiation, photoelectric effect. So we shall discuss in today's class what is photoelectric effect and we'll discuss about the dual behavior of electromagnetic radiation. In last module we have seen that black body is a perfect body which absorbs and emits all light, and it is possible only if it has particle nature. So now we shall discuss the photoelectric effect. It was being proposed by scientist named Hertz. He gave this experiment. In this experiment, he did a setup. He took a metal surface of cesium or potassium or sodium or rubidium, and this metal surface was struck with a light, that is a beam of light, and he observed that the electrons were ejected from the surface of the metal. And how did the ejection of electron we came to know? When the ammeter got the reading of the current passing through it because of the free electron. The electron emitted from metal surface are photoelectron, and this is called photoelectric effect. On the basis of photoelectric effect, it was the following observation were found that no electrons are ejected from a metal if the incident light has frequency of less than a certain minimum frequency called threshold frequency nu naught. Second, the number of photoelectrons ejected is proportional to the intensity or brightness of the incident light. Third, the kinetic energy of the ejected electron is directly proportional to the frequency nu of the incident light. So these were the observations based on photoelectric effect. But classical physics, that is the wave character of electromagnetic radiation, could not explain. It could not tell that the number of electron ejected and kinetic energy is directly proportional to the intensity of the light radiation. According to classical mechanics, number of electron ejected is proportional to intensity of light. But it was observed that the kinetic energy of the electron ejected is directly proportional to frequency of light, not on the intensity. So, if you have a piece of metal, when red light strikes on it, it was seen that no electrons were ejected. The red light has a frequency 4.3 to 4.6 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz. So when this frequency of light was struck, it was observed that no electron is ejected. The same experiment was carried with another light, say yellow light. Now when yellow light you talk, it has a frequency 5.1 to 5.2 10 to the power 14 Hertz. It was seen that electrons started to eject. Now why is this so? This is because there is a frequency for potassium metal, threshold frequency called 5 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz. Until and unless this minimum energy is supplied to it, electrons won't be ejected. Einstein explained this photoelectric effect and he received Nobel Prize for this experiment observation. So he took into consideration Max Planck quantum theory to explain photoelectric effect. Now according to this, Einstein suggested that the light, the energy of the small packets which were called quanta by Max Planck, he called them as photons. So until a particular energy is supplied, electrons won't emit out. Now when you have metal atom, you have metal ions, that is M plus, which is called kernels, holding the electrons, and they are holding the electron by some force of attraction. You require the light to have that minimum force of attraction energy to remove the electron, because metal kernel are holding the electron by some force, that is some energy. Until and unless the light that strikes has that energy, electron won't emit. So the light incidenting should have a energy or frequency greater than the threshold intensity. Only then the electron will eject. So E is proportional to nu, that is energy of the electron is directly proportional to the frequency of the light. So the minimum frequency is nu 0. So incidenting light should have at least energy greater than or equal to threshold energy. So the light should have frequency greater than the threshold frequency to emit electron or to show photoelectric effect. So the incidenting light E is equal to h nu, where nu is frequency of the incidenting light having the frequency value greater than the threshold frequency nu 0. So the minimum energy required E is equal to h nu 0. Until and unless this minimum energy is being supplied by the incidenting light, electrons won't eject. That is, h nu should be greater than h nu naught, and the remaining energy would be transferred to electron as its kinetic energy, because the electron is moving. M plus is holding E minus by energy h nu naught. After that, the extra energy is h nu minus h nu naught, called as its kinetic energy, which is half mv square, where m is mass of the electron and v is the velocity of the ejected electron. So h nu minus h nu naught is equal to half mv square, or h nu is equal to h nu naught plus half mv square. So photoelectric effect is the emission of or ejection of electron from the surface of the metal by a light having minimum frequency or greater than minimum frequency. H nu naught is a constant and it is called as work function. For each metal, particular frequency nu naught is fixed. So H nu naught, H is also Planck constant, nu naught is also constant. So W naught is equal to H nu minus half mv square. For lithium metal, the work function W naught or W0 or H nu 0 is 2.42, for sodium 2.3, for potassium 2.25, and so on. So you have to know that if you plot a graph between kinetic energy of photoelectron and frequency of light, as the frequency of the incident light increases, the kinetic energy of the photoelectron also increases, and nu naught is a minimum, and like 0 electrons are ejected at that. And if you plot a graph between number of electron ejected and frequency, the lower intensity light ejects less number of electron and higher intensity light emits more number of electron. So if you take less photoelectrons are ejected, less intense yellow light and more intense yellow light, you can see if the intensity is less, number of electron ejected will also be less. But if the brightness of the light is more, number of electron ejected will also be more. So the number of electron ejected directly depends on the intensity. So now let's do a numerical based on photoelectric effect. You need to calculate the kinetic energy of an electron emitted from a surface of the metal when radiation of frequency 5.5 10 to the power 17 second inverse hits the metal. Work function of the metal is 3.62 10 to the power minus 12 erg. So your work function W naught is h nu naught, which is in ergs. Erg has to be converted into joules, and you have to find the kinetic energy. So first, what are given? Nu is given, W naught is given, H is known. Kinetic energy is H nu minus W naught. Now this is the equation, but W naught is in ergs. H into nu you can do. H is given to us, we know Planck's constant. So H 6.626, we will get kinetic energy in ergs. Right now the kinetic energy is in ergs. That is, till this energy you don't give, the kinetic energy is 3.36 10 to the minus erg. Photoelectrons has this energy associated with it. All incident blackbody radiation, all incident radiation is absorbed and it emits all radiations. This is blackbody radiation, and photoelectric effect is the ejection of electron from the surface of the metal, and this could explain Bohr model. Now in this module we will discuss about that is in the next module we will discuss about the hydrogen spectra that was explained by the Bohr only if we have the dual character of electromagnetic radiation. From the earlier concept, that is two experiments that were not able to be explained by classical physics, considering the wave character of light, it was very clear that light or electromagnetic radiation does not only have wave character, but it also has a particle character associated with it. This is called dual behavior of electromagnetic radiation. In next module, we shall discuss about the hydrogen spectra, that is the atomic spectra for hydrogen atom, as well as Bohr's model. So till now we have been discussing the developments that led to the Bohr's model of atom. So we have seen the subatomic particles, how are they arranged, and once the Rutherford model failed, what were the developments done after that? Two experiments that electromagnetic radiation could not explain only on its wave character were black body radiation, that is absorption and emission of all kind of light, which is possible only if, because it is not emitting light continuously but discontinuously, and it is possible only if it has particle character. And ejection of electron from the surface of the metal, that is photoelectric effect, was also not being explained by the classical physics. So this is about photoelectric effect and the dual behavior of electromagnetic radiation. Now the spectra of hydrogen atom would be discussed in the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.